was picking up the drinks that were on the counter and throwing them at this woman. Hello interwebs and welcome back. I'm Shannon, this is where I share my life and stories and adventures with minions and whatever else I feel like. And today we are back with another Vietnam adventure video. In this video I head out on my bike past the Lady Buddha to find some beautiful sights and to catch the sunset, and then we actually head back into town and end up back at the Dragon Bridge to watch it spit fire and water. Literally, it was so cool. So without too much rambling, let's just go ahead and get into it. This is so beautiful, and I am loving driving through these mountains, watching the sunset, and being by the ocean. It's gorgeous, but boy do I have a little bit of a story time for you guys when I get back to the room. But yeah, this is great. Beep, beep, beep. This is a quick reminder to let you guys know that you should hit that subscribe button if you haven't, and if you like the video at any point, go ahead and hit that like button as well. Sorry for the interruption, I'm gonna shut up now and let's get back to the video. So pretty. Oh my god. You guys. I swear, being grateful for things and grateful for what you have, even if it's not a lot, makes a huge difference, because it just brings more wonderful things into your life. 2020. I'm so excited. Future Shanna here. Yeah, so that statement that I just made, clearly I had no idea what was coming for me or any of us in 2020. But I hope that regardless of that and regardless of where you are and what's happening in your life, that you are safe and you are healthy and that you are still grateful for even the little things, because it does make a difference. But yeah, enough rambling about that. Let's get back into the video. Are these little monkeys? The camera just doesn't do justice to this. So I dropped my bike off and now I'm walking back to my hotel. We stopped by this place called the Red Window. I just happened to be passing by and I saw vegetarian advertised outside. So looked at the menu, looked good, and now we're here. And I gotta update stories later. Story times are coming. Story times are coming. Of course. By the way, guys, I forgot to tell you that Tom had to catch his plane because he booked his flight incorrectly. But this is the room we were supposed to have for tonight. And now I've got the bed to myself with so much room for activities. And by that I mean sleeping in a crazy starfish position across basically two beds. Yeah. So while I was eating dinner tonight, I was reading through my Instagram messages, and the TravelingHapa, one of my friends from Instagram who I know through Charlotte, I'll link her here, she was like, oh, you should go to Dragon Bridge because it spits fire at night. And I asked my waitress, maybe the owner of the restaurant, who was super awesome. I was like, hey, does Dragon Bridge spit fire? And she said, oh yes, at 9 o'clock on weekends. And I was like, so tonight? Because today is Saturday. And she's like, oh yeah. And then her maybe son came over and he was like, oh, there's a festival happening starting at 8 p.m., which you can see is right over here. But it is now 8:30. I think I might go see if I can't get a good spot to watch this bridge go crazy. And yeah, I'm so excited. I'm really glad that I came up here early because even now it's already busy. There's lots of people hanging out up here. So yeah, glad I came early. It just started raining a little bit and everybody is kind of freaking out. It's hilarious. Pretty freaking cool, I have to say. I'm glad I came back for that.
Em trên đĩa rồi nha. Mà bước lên trên luôn nè, bước lên trên đấy.
Còn đâu khúc nhạc trên cuối ban đầu, rồi người nghe đi xa đến xa, còn lại buồn đau cho trong cuộc đời. Tiếng lòng tôi đã theo mong ước tan rồi. Hết đất luôn.
Power just went out. Not quite sure why. And the power's back, finally. So this is definitely the Da Nang night market. I wonder if that's what he meant when he said festival. I'm not sure, but it's still really cool. I love all the markets here in Vietnam. They're really fun. People are obviously trying to sell you stuff constantly, but that's the nature of a market. And I have fun just walking around and looking at things, even though I'm not really buying much, but that's fine. Hello! I grabbed a passion fruit juice because it's my new favorite fruit and I love it. Hiccup. Alright guys, so I definitely need a shower, but before I go do that, I'm going to give you a quick little story time about what happened earlier when I stopped the motorbike at that place that kind of had the view. So I was standing on the rooftop, and there were a bunch of other people hanging out on the rooftop. Everybody's got coffee or drinks or whatever. There were some families. It was a really beautiful view. We're all having a good time. There was a monkey, you know, typical Vietnam views, I guess. And we're hanging out, and all of a sudden we hear like yelling and banging happening downstairs. And so like everybody's like, what the hell is going on, blah, blah, blah. I thought maybe the lady downstairs who was selling the drinks and stuff was having like an argument with her child or something. I don't know. It seemed like bickering. I had finished my drink. The sun was almost set, and I was like, I really want to go back on my bike and go down the street more, see what I can see, enjoy the beautiful view on my bike while I drive around. And I go down the stairs, and the yelling starts again. And this guy, he was definitely European. I don't know exactly where he was from, but he had a very like European sounding accent, was picking up the drinks that were on the counter and throwing them at this woman. And a couple people were standing kind of off to the side like, what the hell is going on? And then someone a couple times tried to get in the middle of them, and she's like behind the counter having these things get thrown at her. And finally, like, I stepped up and I was like, listen, like, you need to stop. Like, you're an adult. Like, what are you doing? Stop throwing things at this woman. This isn't okay. And he kind of got in my face a little bit, but I didn't back down, and I just kind of looked at him. I was like, this isn't okay. And he's like, she threw a knife at me. She threw a machete at me. Clearly, she didn't throw a machete at him because there was no machete on the floor or anywhere near him. Maybe she brandished it at him in some way. But regardless, that didn't mean that he needed to pick up cans and bottles off the counter and throw them at her. That was just uncalled for. And so then he's trying to argue with me and defend himself for why he's throwing things at her. And I was like, I don't care what the reason is. Like, you're a big human and you're a man and you should not be throwing things at this woman. Like, it doesn't matter. And he's like, well, we wanted 2 coconuts and she wanted to charge, 100,000 dong, and that's outrageous, and isn't it? And I was like, well, yeah, it's a little expensive, but it's her shop. If that's what she chooses to charge, like, you know, that's what she chooses to charge. And he's like, well, I'm not a walking money machine. And I was like, but that's what she chose to charge. And he's like, and she got mad when I didn't want to pay for it. And so then she started throwing a knife at me, and I retaliated because someone has to show her that that's not okay. And I was just like, well, what you're doing isn't okay. Like, you know, an eye for an eye, that's not a thing. Like, you're an adult. Act like an adult. And I'm just like kind of chastising him because he was acting like a freaking child. Like, it was ridiculous. And then he's like, I'm gonna call the cops and this and that. And I was like, you can call the cops if you want. I think she might already be on the phone with the cops. But the thing is, you're going to jail, not her, because you're the one who's assaulting her, and nobody saw her assault you at all. And he's like, blah, 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 I'm not going to jail. She's going to jail. And I was like, trust me, you don't want to end up in Vietnam jail. You should probably just leave. And he's like, I can't leave. My friends are here. And I was like, well, go get your friends or go outside and call them and tell them that you're leaving. And he's like, I'm not going to get in trouble. And I was like, yeah, you will. You're a foreigner in this country. It's a communist country. You have no rights here. You're going to be in trouble. You're going to be in jail. And that's not where you want to be. And he's like, well, I'm a professor at the university here in Da Nang. And I'm like, so? Like, your status as a professor probably means nothing. In fact, I am 99% sure that it means absolutely nothing. So maybe you should, you know, not assault, you know, women or strangers or business people just because you don't like the price that they ask you to pay for something. In that situation, you just walk away. Be an adult and walk away. It was kind of crazy. It was really crazy, actually. And I hope I explained that well enough. So eventually, like, with me, like, being like, you need to grow the fuck up, basically, he walked upstairs, grabbed his wife, went out, got on the bike and left. And some other people had come down the stairs at this point, and they're all like, is everything okay? What's going on? And I just kind of explained the situation. And I was like, I just want to make sure she's okay. but the lady behind the counter, she didn't speak any English, and she's very frazzled. So the guys that I was talking to, they were like, I think she's okay. Don't worry about it. I was like, okay. So then I got on my bike and left. Yeah, I hope I explained that well enough. It's kind of late now. I'm tired. I'm gonna go take a bath in this nice ass bath, and I'll probably see you guys tomorrow unless something exciting happens between now and then. And that pretty much wraps it up for this one. I hope you guys liked it. If you did, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe. And if you don't know what to comment down below, leave a coconut emoji for the crazy story. Not only does that help out my channel a lot, but it lets me know that you were here. It gives us a chance to chat. It lets me know you made it to the end of the video. And of course, I just love to see your faces down there. If you want another way to help out my channel, down below there'll be links to my website, my merch store, and my Patreon. There's zero obligation to check any of those out, but if you want to, you can. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate all of you so very much. Remember to stay Genki AF, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye! Oh, hello there. Yes, this is me casually drinking from my Genki AF merch because I don't have any bloopers to share. But if you like my cup or my shirt or some leggings or some socks, there's links in the description below. Be Genki and enjoy your coffee or tea or water or whatever else you like to drink from mugs.